YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Of course, it's positive energy and positive vibes. It's positive vibes only. All right, so Smell good, family, we are back with more spring content, and today we are headed into the world of niche. All right, so we have 7 fragrances here from the niche world that I feel are great recommendations for spring. All right, so spring is that transitional season where a lot of your fall, summer fragrances could really work as well in the springtime. All right, but to me, spring fragrances for me have to really embody like the changing of the seasons. You get a little bit more fresher, get a little bit more elements of citrus, a little bit more elements of musk, a little bit more elements of florals and things like that. So that same way as the seasons change, that's kind of how I embody it when it comes to fragrances. And when you're talking niche, you're talking about some different experiences, some different blends, some better qualities to really help elevate your game. All right, so I don't recommend blind buying, but these 7 that we're talking about today, they all have their they have this uniqueness about them that really helps them stand out. So here we go, let's jump right into it. First, we're going to start with one of the dopest independent niche brands that are out there. This entire line from Scent Journey can be worn summertime and promoted for, you know, that vacation type of weather. But this one right here kind of embodies both, and I'm a fan of it. From the house of Scent Journey, we're talking Siesta Sunset. Siesta Sunset by the house of Scent Journey, man. So shout out my guy Tony and the team over at Scent Journey. So why? What is it about this one that kind of embarks spring? For me, this almondy, creamy note up top, blended in with some citruses, and then you get this this cardamom and patchouli type of blend. Unique blend. It definitely has a certain amount of freshness here, but the citrus is here. That almond comes off very creamy like. But there's also this note or this layer of like a sweet tea vibe. Yes, like a sweet tea. And I don't know if you've ever, you know, most of y'all probably have. You probably sat outside for like a lunch or early dinner, and the weather is just beautiful. And you might be eating some very seasonal food, particularly where I am down here. Seafood is a big thing. Get back outside during the spring and the summer, and a glass of iced sweet tea, with your meal, out sitting outside and just enjoying the elements of a beautiful spring day. This is kind of what this fragrance embodies. All right, so again, the citruses, the almond, the patchouli, and the cardamom really give off this spring-like vibe. I'm a fan. I just want to get in the air, man. I'm a fan. This stuff is amazing, unique. And yeah, it just smells. When you smell it, you probably won't think sweet tea, but when you really think about it, like smelling in the air, that's what you get. You kind of get a vibe of a fresh glass of lemon sweet tea. That's what I get, man. So really good stuff. You got to get your nose on it. This is different. This is unique. This is something that really will set you apart for sure. Excellent for the springtime. Independent niche brand of Scent Journey is awesome. They have some great work, and this is one to look into for sure. All right, from the house of Scent Journey, we have Siesta Sunset. Siesta Sunset. I'm a fan, man. This is great stuff. All right. Up next, probably a legend in the community by now, from the house of Mason Francis Kirkton, we have Gentle Fluidity Silver. Gentle Fluidity Silver. What do you want to know about it that you probably know already? Juniper, cedarwood, vanilla. It's just so different. When you're talking fresh fragrances, like this is different with the juniper berry and the woods already that you get here. There's a light hint of vanilla that doesn't come off. It doesn't make this fragrance sweet. As a matter of fact, it just adds to the fresh quality of the fragrance, in my opinion. This is a really great performer for a fresh fragrance. I typically I wear this for a lot of things. I love to wear this to the office, but I also like to wear it on a spring day. Floating out and about with beautiful spring weather. If you can get you a nice breeze going wherever you are on that day, this is a great fragrance to wear when you got a breeze going. It's just outstanding, man. Leans a little bit masculine with that, you know, that drier, woody effect that's in this fragrance. But off my skin, that juniper berry comes off very crisp, very clean. Just outstanding. It's an outstanding DNA. But again, this ain't gonna be for everybody, because when you hear the word fresh fragrance, automatically you probably think of musk and citruses and lavenders and, you know, dryer sheet and shower gel type stuff. Nah, you know, this has elements of all those, but that juniper and the woods in this makes it something different and makes it something unique and excellent for this time of year. Very versatile Swiss Army knife. You can do whatever you want to do with Gentle Fluidity Silver in it to get the job done. Love this stuff, a darling in the community, and rightfully so. From the house of Mansus Francis Kirchon, we have Gentle Fluidity Silver. Gentle Fluidity Silver. All right. Up next, when you're talking spring, you gotta talk florals, and one of the dopest floral notes out there is the note of rose. And this is pound for pound the best rose fragrance that I've ever smelled. From the house of Zaharoff, we're talking Signature Rosé. Signature Rosé, beautiful, jammy, sweet rose. There's some smokiness here. Oh, it's fantastic. That incense has some spice to it, but the sugar note, I think it's sugar cane. That's what the actual note is. But that jammy, thick, rich rose is the star player of this fragrance. It's the best rose that I've ever come across, and particularly because of that smoky element from the incense, and then that that sugar cane, I believe that's what it is, that sugar cane note blending in with that jammy rose. This stuff is outstanding, man. Great for the spring, a home run in the spring. Unisex ladies, you can tap in to this as well. This is one that's just not going to miss during a spring day, man. It really shines for me more in the spring. You could wear this year round, yes you could, but it's just something about when the seasons are changing and the temperatures are changing, and that nice mid 50 degree weather day, not getting out of the 70s. This is where this shines, man. Fellas, ladies love Signature Rosé. Ladies love Signature Rosé. I'm telling you, don't sleep, man. And this is an all-star. This is an all-star, great fragrance, best rose fragrance I've ever smelled in my collection, and a beautiful option for the spring. From the house of Zaharoff, we're talking Signature Rosé. Signature Rosé, see if we can get that in focus. Yes, we can. There we go. Signature Rosé. All right. Up next, and man, you don't see a lot of conversation about this brand, but this particular fragrance is outstanding. This is another rose fragrance, but a different style, and I like a spicy rose, and this is exactly what this is. From the house of Merchant of Venice, we have, I think it's pronounced Fenicia. Okay, Fenicia, from the house of Merchant of Venice. I love their bottles. Love their bottles, the designs, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, this is a spicy rose with some citrus and some elamine. There's some cardamom in here, I believe. You have these spicy elements with this fresh rose, some zesty citrus. That's what you get here. A unique rose fragrance. I think this one is definitely unisex, but honestly, with how spicy, oh my God, how spicy it is, and how it's blending with the zestiness. I believe there's bergamot and orange in here that are and lemon. I think it's like a combo of the three that's giving off that zestiness to the citrus. This is really good. This is really good. This is a different take on a rose fragrance. Quite honestly, I can't think of anything that really reminds me of anything that is like this. It kind of stands alone, and the Merchant of Venus has some really great fragrances, and I'm a huge fan of this. And for the springtime, all of these are floating out about on a spring day, no matter what you have going on. And I know for a lot of people watching, including myself, you kind of like to be outside. You know, like I said, eating lunch outside, maybe an early dinner outside, going out for a family outing outside, going to the zoo or going to a theme, like something of outside nature when you're getting a chance to enjoy this beautiful transition in weather with the temperatures and everything. This is a fragrance that is just going to shine in those moments. And honestly, you could dress this up a bit too during the spring, on a spring dinner in the evening time. You know, you want to wear, you know, a nice pair of pants. You might be wearing a nice, you know, button down or a polo, you know, nothing too serious, you know, nice pair of shoes, kind of heading out for a nice, relaxing spring dinner that you're just kind of dressing it up a bit. This is going to be great for that. Really good on the performance tip, but again, a spicy rose with citrus is outstanding. From the house of the Merchant of Venice, we have Fenicia. Fenicia. I'm pretty confident that I said that right, so I'm not going to say the butcher with this one, man. And this is available on Max Aroma, man. Y'all check it out, man. Get your sample discovery set. That Merchant of Venus, the house is you know, there's a lot on Max Aroma, so y'all check them out and see for yourself for sure. All right, up next, boy, this is one of maybe a handful from this brand that does fragrances that really shine for the spring. And you can wear this in different scenarios and different situations and in different seasons. But when I was introduced to this, I tested it in the spring and it made me fall in love with it. From the house of Argos, we have Bacio. Immortale. Bacio Immortale. Pound for pound, my favorite fragrance from the house. Yes. Raspberry, leather, white florals. That's what you get here. The raspberry here is very realistic, very tarty, very fruity. Oh, it's so good. Blended in with a nice leather, white florals. God, it's outstanding, man. It is outstanding. If, you know, if I was getting married again around like this time or whatever, and I had learned about Argos, right? And I was getting married in the springtime, outside wedding, this would be my wedding scent. This would be my wedding scent. Bacio Immortale. I would have definitely worn this getting married in an outside spring wedding. It just, it's classy, it's fresh, it's clean, it's sophisticated, it's unique. That raspberry is done so well and blended well with that leather. It is fantastic. Pound for pound, my favorite from the entire house of Argos. You know, there's others that get the shine, I get it, but this one spoke to me immediately. As a matter of fact, this was my first full bottle purchase from the house of Argos. This was my very first Argos bottle in my collection. And it is simply, I might even wear this tomorrow when I head into the office. This is outstanding. I love it. You could wear this in the spring, you could wear this in the fall, you could pretty much wear this whenever you want. But like I said, it's something about the transition of temperatures and the seasons, and this really shined for me. So I had to put it in this video. From the house of Argos, we're talking Bacio Immortale. Great for spring, outstanding. All right, up next, man, let's go down the route again from the independent niche houses. I've talked about this brand a lot, and boy, was this a great surprise for me last spring. Coming out of spring, headed into summer, date night for sure. This was a beauty. From the house of Nazar fragrances, we're talking Drip. So we're gonna go back to back with the raspberry here, but this is a different vibe here. Sweet raspberry, almost jammy raspberry. White florals and vanilla. Forget about it, man. This is super sexy for spring. Yes, super sexy for spring. Ladies, listen to me. If you're floating out and around and you're moving out and around in the world during the springtime, you know, I know sundress season is approaching. You know, those, you know, the relaxed, comfortable vibe when ladies are out here doing their thing. Fellas, when you're out here doing your thing, you might be, you know, throwing on the linen shorts or the shorts above the knees. You know, you might be wearing a nice, you know, cool shirt. You know, something that just represents we're outside. Something that represents that we're outside. Drip got you. Drip represents that you're outside. Now, some men may smell this and think it leans a bit feminine. I get it because of what the vanilla and the white florals can do, but don't get it twisted, fellas. I got testimonies about how Drip can hold you down. You hear me? Drip can hold you down for sure. My wife is crazy about drip, bro. She is crazy about drip, man. This stuff is outstanding. Great for spring, all day, in the evening. Also great for summer evenings as well. If you're going out doing a date night thing during the summer, this stuff will shine. But drip is just one of those ones. I'm a fan. It's great for this time of year. From the house of Nazar Fragrances, we're talking drip. Real deal for spring, man. Real deal. All right. And last but not least, man, I love this stuff. I've loved it since I've smelled it for the very first time. And it definitely body spring for sure. Definitely does. From the house of Creed, we're talking Himalaya. We're talking Himalaya from the house of Creed, man. Citruses, woods, juniper berry, musk. It's so clean. It has that classy, gentleman-like DNA that Creed fragrances give you. And it's outstanding, man. It just smells fresh and clean. I've said it before, kind of like that mountain air, that crisp, clean mountain air. But then you do get those citruses that are smooth, blended in with the juniper berry and some woods and some musk. The musk really kind of shines here, that give off that really crisp and clean mountain air vibe. This is outstanding. A little bit more for the mature audience, in my opinion. I've worn this in several situations. I've worn this to the office. I've worn this out and about. I've worn this floating around. I've worn this in many different situations, and it just absolutely works, man. And I'm a huge fan of this stuff. Great for the spring. You can get this for a really good price on discounters. I know Creeds are expensive, but you can get this for a great price on discounters, and it's just outstanding. It's just outstanding, man. So great for spring. Versatile for all year round, but when you smell it, and for me at least, when you smell it, it just smells like spring. It smells like spring in a bottle, and it's just outstanding. From the house of Creed, we're talking Himalaya. Himalaya from the house of Creed. Great stuff, man. So that's going to round out today's video. 7 fragrances, niche for spring. I will have these linked in the shop tab. You can get these at a discounted price. I'll try to find the best price for them. Check it out for yourself. Samples are available on the site. See for yourself. Don't blind buy, see for yourself. All right. So I have all kind of links in the description to save you some 10, 5, 15% off. Take advantage of them. Have them linked down below. Save yourself some money. All right. So yeah, springtime is here. It doesn't last long. I do enjoy spring, except for the pollen and all the sinus issues like I'm dealing with right now. But other than that, it's great. It is great, man. So what are some of your recommendations, niche for spring, independent niche, all niche levels? What are some of the fragrances that you're going to recommend, Smell Good Family? Drop them down below. All right. So appreciate the love and support. Thank y'all for watching. I don't take it for granted. Appreciate every bit of all you good people, all the good energy that you guys bring this way. I appreciate y'all. All right, man. So until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. It's positive energy, it's positive vibes. Of course, splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly what you are going to get back. All right, man. Peace. Till next time, of course, splack.